On the edge of the human colony called New Dawn, life moved at a steady pace. People worked, laughed, and dreamed beneath the soft pink skies of the planet Zephyra. It was a new world. But the colony had grown comfortable. At least, that was the way Alex saw it. Alex lived in a small house near the woods, where the trees reached high and the wind whispered secrets. He liked to watch the stars at night and think about the universe. Alex was curious by nature, always wondering what was beyond the next hill or inside the next door. One morning, everything changed. A big transport ship landed just down the street. It was shiny and unlike any ship Alex had seen before. From the ship, a figure stepped out. Alex watched closely. It was a girl now, not a girl like any human he knew. Her skin was smooth and a pale shade of blue. Her eyes were large and bright green, full of wonder and fear. She moved carefully, as if every step was a question. Alex had heard stories of aliens before. Most of them were from books or old videos, but no one had ever met one in real life. Now, standing on his street, was an alien girl. She was real. Her name was Nira, and she was his new neighbor. For the first few days, Nira kept to herself. She stayed inside the small house, rarely opening the door. Alex wanted to say hello, but wasn't sure how. Finally, one afternoon, he decided to bring her something, a basket of fruits from the colony gardens. He walked up to the door and knocked gently. "Hello," he said. "I'm Alex. I live next door. I thought you might like some fruits from the garden." There was a pause. Then the door opened just a little. Nira peeked out, her large eyes blinking quickly. She looked nervous, but curious. "Thank you," she said softly, taking the basket. Alex smiled. "If you need anything, I'm nearby." Nira nodded and closed the door slowly. Alex stood there for a moment, feeling a strange excitement. He wanted to learn more about her. Who was she? Where did she come from? And why did she seem so scared? That night, Alex sat by his window, watching Nira's house. A soft light glowed inside. He wondered if she was looking at the same stars he was. The next morning, Alex saw Nira outside for the first time. She was walking carefully, almost like she was learning how to move on this new planet. Her skin shimmered under the sunlight, and every time she saw someone, her cheeks would flush a light pink. Alex remembered the blush from his school days when you feel shy or embarrassed. Was that what she was feeling? He decided to say hello again. "Hi, Nira," he called. She stopped and looked at him. Her cheeks glowed even brighter. Alex smiled warmly. "Do you want to see the woods?" he asked. Nira hesitated, but then nodded. Together, they walked toward the trees. The forest was quiet except for the birds singing softly. Alex showed Nira the plants and the small animals that lived there. She watched everything with wide eyes, touching leaves gently and listening to the sounds. "It's beautiful here," she said, her voice soft but clear. "Yes, it is," Alex agreed. As they walked, Alex noticed Nira's flush returning whenever they talked or when she looked at him. It was strange but also very human. Over the next few days, Alex and Nira spent more time together. She told him about her home planet, a place far away called Leora, where everything was calm and peaceful. Her people valued harmony and quietness. They were not used to the noise and fast pace of human life. Nira explained that on Leora, emotions were controlled carefully. People did not show feelings openly like humans did. This was why she felt confused and sometimes embarrassed around Alex. His friendly way was new and strange to her. Alex listened carefully, fascinated by her story. He admired how brave she was to live so far from home and tried to understand humans. One day, while they were talking, Alex asked, "Do you miss your home?" Nira looked down, her cheeks pink again. "Yes, but I want to learn. Maybe I can find a new home here." Alex smiled. "I'll help you. You're not alone." But not everyone in the colony was as welcoming. Some neighbors whispered behind their doors. They were afraid of Nira because she was different. Rumors spread about aliens being dangerous or strange. Alex felt angry about this. He wanted to show everyone that Nira was just like them, someone who wanted friends and to belong. One afternoon, A small group of kids came near Nira's house, throwing stones and shouting. Nira froze, her face red and eyes wide with fear. Alex ran out and stopped the kids. "Leave her alone," he said firmly. "She's my friend." The kids looked at him and then slowly walked away. Nira looked at Alex with tears in her eyes. "Thank you," she whispered. Alex nodded. No, one should be treated like that. That night, Alex thought about everything he had learned. Nira was not just an alien. She was a person with hopes, fears, and feelings just like him. He decided that he would protect her and help her find her place in this new world. As the stars twinkled above, Alex felt a new kind of hope. Maybe, with kindness and courage, humans and aliens could live together, not as strangers, but as friends. And this was just the beginning. After the rocky start with some neighbors, Nira slowly began to spend more time outside her home. The colony's days were long and filled with many noises that she wasn't used to, the hum of machines, children laughing loudly, and the chatter of people everywhere. These sounds sometimes made her anxious. But Alex was always nearby to help. One morning, Alex saw Nira sitting on the porch steps of her house. The sun was soft and warm. She was holding a small device, something Alex had never seen before. It looked like a thin metal box with glowing blue lines. "What's that?" Alex asked, curious. Nira looked up, her cheeks flushing a soft pink again. "It is a memory recorder. We use it on my planet to save our stories and lessons." Alex sat beside her. "Can it show me something?" Nira nodded and pressed a button. Suddenly, the device played a light image of bright forest, different from Zephyr's trees. With tall silver trunks and glowing leaves, Alex watched, amazed. "It's beautiful," he said. Double quotes, "Yes, but it is a place far away from here." Alex smiled. "I want to learn more about your world." Nira's eyes brightened, and she smiled back. "I will show you when you are ready." Over the next few days, Alex noticed Nira's strange habits. Every time someone looked at her or spoke to her, her cheeks would turn a deeper shade of pink, and she would lower her gaze. When Alex asked why, Nira explained, "On Leora, showing emotion like this is rare. It is seen as a weakness. I am learning your ways, but it is difficult." Alex thought about this. Humans often showed feelings openly, sometimes too much. But he admired Nira's effort to change herself for the sake of fitting in. One afternoon, Nira invited Alex inside her house. It was small, but filled with strange objects, glowing crystals, thin metal tools, and holographic maps floating in the air. Alex reached out to touch a crystal. It hummed softly. "Is this technology from Leora?" he asked. "Yes," Nira said. "It helps us control energy without harm." Alex's eyes widened. "That's amazing. Could it help the colony?" Nira nodded. "Maybe one day." As they talked, Nira's face flushed again, this time deeper than before. Alex asked gently, "Are you okay?" Nira sighed. "It happens when I feel nervous or embarrassed. It is my body's way of showing what I hide inside." Alex thought for a moment and said, "You don't have to hide your feelings around me. It's okay." Nira smiled shyly. "Thank you, Alex. Your kindness makes me brave." Not everyone in New Dawn was as kind. Some people kept their distance from Nira, whispering about the alien girl who could not blend in. Alex wished they would understand. He decided to help. One day, Alex invited Nira to the colony's market square, a place full of color and life. They walked between stalls selling food, clothes, and tools. People glanced at Nira curiously but did not approach. Alex stood tall and said loudly, "This is my friend Nira. She is from Leora, but she wants to be part of our community." Some people nodded, some smiled, but others looked away. Nira felt her cheeks warm again. She wanted to disappear. Alex held her hand gently. "You're doing great," he whispered. Later that day, Alex and Nira sat by the river that ran through the colony. The water sparkled under the sun, and birds sang in the trees. "I don't understand why some people are afraid of you," Alex said. Nira shook her head. "They fear what they do not know. On Leora, we learn to trust and share. But here, trust takes longer." Alex nodded. "I want to change that." Nira smiled. You already are. As the days passed, Nira's flushes became less frequent. She learned to relax, to laugh, and to speak more openly. Alex taught her simple human customs, how to greet friends, how to join conversations, and even how to enjoy jokes. One evening, after a day of lessons, Nira said quietly, Alex, I want to show you something important. He looked at her with interest. What is it? Nira took him to a hidden room in her house. Inside was a large, glowing circle on the floor. She explained, this is a memory circle. On Leora, we use it to share stories and feelings directly. Alex stepped inside the circle and felt a warm wave wash over him. Suddenly, he saw images of Nira's childhood, her family, the peaceful forests of Leora. In the moment she decided to leave for New Dawn, he felt her emotions, hope, fear, and courage. When the vision ended, Alex was silent for a moment. That was incredible. Nira nodded. I wanted you to understand me better. Alex smiled. You don't need to explain anymore. I feel it. That night, Alex looked at the stars again, thinking about how much he had learned from Nira. She was not just an alien with strange habits. She was a friend with a heart full of courage. He knew their journey together was just beginning. The days in New Dawn had started to feel different for Alex. Nira was no longer just a strange new neighbor. She was becoming someone he cared about deeply. But there was still much he didn't understand, especially about her feelings, her silence, and the way she often seemed caught between worlds. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the purple mountains, Alex noticed something unusual. Nira's house had its front door firmly locked, but from inside came a soft tapping, almost like a quiet call for help. Alex's heart beat faster. He wasn't sure why, but something told him to check on her. He stepped carefully to the door and knocked gently. Nira, it's me, Alex, he said softly. There was no answer. Then, after a moment, the door opened just a crack. Nira's eyes looked wide and a little scared. She pulled him inside quickly and closed the door behind him. Alex felt the air change instantly. It was cooler, and the lights were dim. The house felt different from before, filled now with strange sounds humming softly from machines Alex didn't understand. Are you okay? Alex asked, stepping closer. Nira nodded but didn't speak. Instead, she moved to a corner of the room and touched a panel on the wall. A holographic map of the colony appeared, showing places Alex knew well, but also strange symbols and lights Alex had never seen. Nira's eyes were full of worry. There's something dangerous, she whispered. Alex frowned. Dangerous? What do you mean? Nira pointed to a blinking red light on the map. It is near the colony's power station. Something is wrong. My sensors detected unusual energy. Alex's mind raced. The power station was the heart of the colony. Without it, life would be very hard. Can you fix it? Alex asked. Nira shook her head. No, but I can help find what it is. Alex felt a new sense of purpose. Then let's do it, together, for the next few hours. Alex and Nira studied the holographic map and the data coming from her sensors. Nira explained how her species used special technology to detect energy changes and to communicate quietly over long distances. Alex was amazed by her knowledge, but worried about the danger. Why didn't you tell anyone before? Alex asked. Nira looked down. I was afraid the colony might not believe me, and I did not want to cause panic. Alex placed a hand on her shoulder. It's okay. We'll handle it. Together, they made a plan to visit the power station. Early the next day, the morning was cool and clear when Alex and Nira set out. The colony was busy, with people going about their work. But Alex noticed that no one seemed to see the quiet worry on his face. The power station was a large building, surrounded by tall fences and blinking lights. Inside, it hummed with energy. Nira's sensors picked up strange readings again. Something is interfering with the system, she said. Alex looked around, searching for any signs of trouble. Suddenly, the lights flickered. A sharp alarm sounded. People nearby stopped and stared. Alex and Nira exchanged a quick look and moved faster. In the control room, a technician named Mara was struggling to keep the systems running. What's happening? Alex asked. Mara shook her head. I don't know. The power is unstable. We need to find the source. Nira stepped forward. Let me try. Using her device. Nira connected to the control panel. Her fingers moved quickly over the controls, sending commands and scanning the system. Alex watched, impressed. After a tense moment, Nira spoke. There's a small object inside the main generator. It is blocking energy flow. Alex looked confused. What kind of object? Nira frowned. I don't know. It is not from here. It may be dangerous. Alex and Mara followed Nira as she led them through the generator rooms. The air was thick with heat and the sound of machines. At last, they found the object, a small, black device, no bigger than a fist, attached to one of the energy cores. Alex reached out to touch it, but Nira stopped him. Wait, she said. It could be a trap. Alex stepped back. Nira carefully used a tool from her bag to disconnect the device. The black object beeped softly and then went silent. The power in the room steadied. The alarm stopped. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Mara looked at the device. I've never seen this before. Nira nodded. It is alien technology, but not for my people. Someone else is here. Alex's eyes widened. Someone else? You mean another alien? Nira looked serious. Yes, we must find out who and why. After that day, Alex and Nira grew even closer. They shared a secret. No one else knew that the colony was not alone, and danger was near. But even as they worked together to protect their home, Nira's strange habits continued. The flushing, the nervous glances, and the locked door moments showed Alex how much she struggled to balance the worlds. One night, after a long day, Nira finally spoke about it. Alex, she said softly, sometimes I feel trapped between who I was and who I want to be. Alex looked at her kindly. You don't have to choose right now. You can be both. Nira smiled, her cheeks pink once again. Thank you. That means more than you know. That night, Alex walked home, under the stars, thinking about the day's events. The universe was bigger and stranger than he had ever imagined, but with Nira by his side, he felt ready for whatever came next. The locked door was no longer a mystery. It was a sign of courage, fear, and hope all mixed together. And Alex knew one thing for sure. This was just the beginning of an extraordinary journey. The next morning, the sky above New Dawn was clear and bright. The purple mountains caught the early sunlight, casting soft shadows over the colony. Alex and Nira met outside her house, both feeling the weight of the previous day's discoveries. The strange device found in the power station was still on their minds, and the knowledge that others might be nearby made the day feel heavy. But today, Alex wanted to change the mood. He wanted to know more about Nira's world and help her feel less alone. Nira, he said, would you like to come with me to the community center? It's a place where people share stories and learn from each other. Nira looked thoughtful. I have never been to a place like that. It's fun, Alex said, smiling. And maybe you can tell your story too. Nira's cheeks flushed a gentle pink, but she nodded. I would like that. The community center was a simple building with large windows and colorful paintings. On the walls, inside, a group of people sat in a circle, talking and laughing. Alex introduced Nira carefully, and the group welcomed her with curious smiles. The leader of the group, a kind woman named Mara, asked Nira if she wanted to share something about her home planet. Nira took a deep breath and began. My home is called Leora, she said softly. It is a place far from here, where everything is calm and peaceful. The trees are tall and silver, and the skies glow with soft light at night. As Nira spoke, she used the memory recorder she had shown Alex before. The device projected images and sounds from her home, pictures of glowing forests, gentle rivers, and skies filled with sparkling stars. The group watched in silence, amazed. It sounds beautiful, Mara said, but also very different. Nira nodded. Yes, on Leora, people do not show strong emotions openly. We believe in harmony and control. Here, I find your ways very loud. Everyone laughed softly, understanding her meaning. Alex noticed that Nira's cheeks flushed a little as she spoke. It was clear that sharing her story was both difficult and important. After she finished, Alex shared a story from his own life about growing up on Earth, about the noise and the chaos, but also the warmth of family and friendship. The group listened, and soon others began to share their own stories of coming to New Dawn from different parts of the galaxy. The community center became a place of connection, where differences were not a problem but a strength. Nira looked around, feeling a part of something new. Later, as they walked back home, Alex asked, "What do you miss most about Leora?" Nira thought for a moment. The quiet, the way we listen to each other without speaking. And the stars, they are brighter there. Alex smiled. "I can show you the stars here tonight. They're pretty too." Nira's eyes brightened. "I would like that." That evening, Alex and Nira climbed to a small hill outside the colony. The sky was clear, and the stars shone like diamonds. Nira sat quietly, watching the sky. On Leora, she said, "We use the stars to tell stories. Each star is a memory, a lesson from those who came before." Alex looked up. "That's beautiful." Nira smiled softly. "And now, I have new memories here, with you and the colony." Alex felt warmth in his chest. "You're becoming part of our story too." They sat side by side, sharing the quiet night and the bright stars. As days turned into weeks, Alex and Nira's friendship grew stronger. They learned from each other about humans and aliens, about courage and kindness. But Nira still faced challenges. The strange device found in the power station was only the beginning. There were more questions, and the colony had to prepare. One afternoon, Nira confided in Alex, "I feel torn between two worlds. I want to belong here, but I also fear what might come from the unknown." Alex nodded. "It's hard, but you don't have to do it alone." Nira smiled, her cheeks flushing faintly. "Thank you, Alex. Your friendship gives me strength." That night, as the colony slept under the blanket of stars, Alex thought about the journey ahead. Together, they would face whatever challenges came, guided by trust, stories, and the hope of a new beginning. Life in New Dawn was slowly changing. The colony was buzzing with new energy, and people were beginning to accept Nira as one of their own. Alex was proud of how far she had come from a quiet, nervous girl to someone who could smile and laugh openly. But beneath this progress, a shadow lingered. One afternoon, while Alex was helping Nira with some repairs on her house, a messenger from the colony's command center arrived. The messenger's face was serious. "Alex, Nira," he said quickly, "there's important news. The device found at the power station is part of a warning. Someone, or something, has sent a message. They want us to know that they are watching." Alex and Nira exchanged worried looks. "Watching? Who?" Alex asked. The messenger shook his head. "We don't know yet, but we have to be careful. The colony must prepare for possible dangers." Nira's cheeks flushed pink, and she took a deep breath. "This is why I was afraid to speak before. The unknown is dangerous." Alex put a hand on her shoulder. "We face it together." That evening, Alex and Nira gathered with a small group of colony leaders. The command center was filled with soft blue lights and holographic screens showing maps of the planet and space around it. Mara, the colony leader, spoke calmly. "We do not know the intentions of whoever sent this warning, but we must strengthen our defenses and watch carefully." Nira added, "On my planet, we use sensors and peace talks, but sometimes, when trust is broken, conflicts arise." Alex looked around the room. "Maybe we can reach out, show them we mean no harm." Mara nodded thoughtfully. "It is a possibility, but first, we need to understand more." After the meeting, Alex and Nira walked outside under the stars. The soft wind moved the leaves, and the sky was clear. "Nira," Alex said, "do you think this warning means war?" Nira looked up at the stars, her cheeks lightly pink. "I hope not, but we must be ready." Alex nodded. "We will be, and I believe we can find a peaceful way." Nira smiled. "Your hope is strong. It gives me courage." The next few days were filled with preparation. The colony worked to improve security, and scientists studied the strange device carefully. Nira helped by using her technology to scan for any other hidden threats. One evening, as they worked late, Alex asked, "Do you miss your family?" Nira's face softened. "Very much, but I have a new family here now." Alex smiled warmly. "Me too." Despite the warning, life went on. Nira and Alex continued to explore the woods, learn new things, and share stories with the colony. The community was growing closer, and many were inspired by Nira's bravery. One afternoon, while walking near the river, Nira stopped suddenly. She looked at Alex with concern. "There is something else," she said quietly. "The warning may be just the beginning. We must watch the skies." Alex followed her gaze upward. In the distance, a small glowing light moved slowly across the stars. "Is that a ship?" Alex whispered. And Ira nodded. "Yes, it is coming closer." That night, Alex and Nira sat by the hill, watching the stars and the approaching light. The colony was quiet but alert. "What do you think they want?" Alex asked. And Ira sighed. "I do not know, but I will try to speak to them." Alex reached out and took her hand. "We face this together." Nira smiled softly, her cheeks glowing. Together, as the glowing ship drew closer, the colony prepared for whatever was to come. But no matter the fear or uncertainty, Alex and Nira knew one thing: their friendship and hope would guide them through the darkness. The glowing ship hovered silently above the colony's main square. Its surface shimmered like a mirror, reflecting the lights of new dawn below. The people gathered cautiously, whispers of fear and curiosity filling the air. Alex stood beside Nira, his heart pounding. This was the moment they had feared and hoped for. The ship set slowly open with a soft hiss, and a figure stepped out. It was tall and slender, with skin that glowed faintly blue. The visitor's eyes were calm but alert. Nira stepped forward, her cheeks flushing a gentle pink. "I am Nira, from Leora. We welcome you in peace." The visitor nodded. "I am Selen, from the star system Verda. We have been watching your colony. The device you found was our warning to show that we are near and aware." Alex looked at Selen. "Why did you warn us?" Selen's voice was soft but serious. "Because not all beings in this sector seek peace. We monitor threats to prevent harm." Nira asked, "Are you here to help us?" Selen smiled slightly. "Yes, but first, we must learn to trust each other." The colony leaders invited Selen to the command center. There, Selen explained that her people, the Verdants, had been patrolling this region of space for many years. They watched for dangerous ships and tried to protect smaller colonies like New Dawn. Alex listened carefully. "So, you are like guardians?" Selen nodded. "Yes, but we are cautious. Trust must be earned," Nira said. "I understand. On Leora, trust is sacred." Selen looked at Nira with respect. "You are brave to welcome me so openly." Nira smiled shyly, her cheeks pink once more. "Thank you." Over the next days, Selen worked with the colony's engineers and scientists. She helped improve security systems and shared knowledge about the dangers lurking in nearby space. Alex and Nira spent time with her, learning about the Verdant's culture and technology. Selen told stories of distant stars and peaceful planets. One evening, as the sun set behind the mountains, Selen said, "Our people believe in harmony, but we also prepare for challenges. You must be ready." Alex looked at Nira. "We will be." But not everyone in the colony trusted the visitor. Some whispered fears about hidden motives and secrets. Alex felt this tension. He wanted to believe in peace, but knew caution was wise. One afternoon, Nira confided, "Sometimes I feel torn. I want to trust Selen, but my heart is unsure." Alex took her hand gently. "It's okay to be unsure. We will watch together." Nira smiled softly, her cheeks flushing again. "Thank you, Alex." As days passed, the colony became stronger. The alliance with Selen's people offered new hope. Then, one night, alarms rang out. A dark ship appeared on the colony's sensors, large and menacing. Selen's face grew serious. "This is the threat we warned about." Alex and Nira stood together, ready to face whatever came next. The glowing ship hovered silently above the colony's main square. Its surface shimmered like a mirror, reflecting the lights of new dawn below. The people gathered cautiously, whispers of fear and curiosity filling the air. Alex stood aside. Nira, his heart pounding. This was the moment they had feared and hoped for. The ship's hatch slowly opened with a soft hiss, and a figure stepped out. It was tall and slender, with skin that glowed faintly blue. The visitor's eyes were calm but alert. Nira stepped forward, her cheeks flushing a gentle pink. "I am Nira, from Leora. We welcome you in peace." The visitor nodded. "I am Selen, from the star system Verda. We have been watching your colony. The device you found was our warning to show that we are near and aware." Alex looked at Selen. "Why did you warn us?" Selen's voice was soft but serious. "Because not all beings in this sector seek peace. We monitor threats to prevent harm." Nira asked, "Are you here to help us?" Selen smiled slightly. "Yes, but first, we must learn to trust each other." The colony leaders invited Selen to the command center. There, Selen explained that her people, the Vertans, had been patrolling this region of space for many years. They watched for dangerous ships and tried to protect smaller colonies like New Dawn. Alex listened carefully. "So, you are like guardians?" Selen nodded. "Yes, but we are cautious. Trust must be earned," Nira said. "I understand. On Leora, trust is sacred." Selen looked at Nira with respect. "You are brave to welcome me so openly." Nira smiled shyly, her cheeks pink once more. "Thank you." Over the next days, Selen worked with the colony's engineers and scientists. She helped improve security systems and shared knowledge about the dangers lurking in nearby space. Alex and Nira spent time with her, learning about the Vertans' culture and technology. Selen told stories of distant stars and peaceful planets. One evening, as the sun set behind the mountains, Selen said, "Our people believe in harmony, but we also prepare for challenges. You must be ready." Alex looked at Nira. "We will be." But not everyone in the colony trusted the visitor. Some whispered fears about hidden motives and secrets. Alex felt this tension. He wanted to believe in peace, but knew caution was wise. One afternoon, Nira confided, "Sometimes I feel torn. I want to trust Selen, but my heart is unsure." Alex took her hand gently. "It's okay to be unsure. We will watch together." Nira smiled softly, her cheeks flushing again. "Thank you, Alex." As days passed, the colony became stronger. The alliance with Selen's people offered new hope. Then, one night, alarms rang out. A dark ship appeared on the colony's sensors, large and menacing. Selen's face grew serious. "This is the threat we warned about." Alex and Nira stood together, ready to face whatever came next.